Hey guys, welcome back. It's Godly Seafood and Wolf. Say hi, Wolf.
Hello.
We've been trying to get Wolf's OBS to work for the past 40 fucking minutes because he deleted it
Hasn't
and
been
had to
40, it's
re-download it.
been 30 at max.
They did close enough. We're doing a tier list again because that one
Yes.
was actually received really well. And this one is going to be in bosses of the spiral. You'll see we got fun little pictures and regular little pictures. So Wolf, go ahead and start it off. Which end boss are we fucking today?
Is that... I'm assuming the corn is old Cobb, isn't it?
Yes.
You piece of shit. Ah,
Yeah, this is old Cobb, baby.
that's horrible.
All right. So tell me about old Cobb. Where you want him?
I mean, honestly, I liked him much more as an NPC than I did against like him as a boss. Because him as a boss wasn't that bad, but him as an NPC was really useful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He gives you like an extra power pip and
Yep,
some like shadow.
yep. He
Yeah.
gives us
So
shadow
I
rating.
completely forgot he was a NPC at one point.
Yeah, he was a
Uh,
helper.
what about lore wise? What do you think?
Lore wise, I like the fact how the boss was both, an NPC and also a boss. I really did like that. Due to that and the buffs he gives, I would probably put him either high A tier or low S tier.
That's okay. I can agree with that. I would say probably low S tier for me, just because his lore importance is like just super big. He's kind of part of the reason that the whole Wizard 101 universe exists, and is the main reason it stays together. As a
Bro.
boss, he actually had a pretty interesting one. I think he was one of the first bosses to use that little time cheat thing that flips the battle circle,
Yeah.
and all of his minions suck ass. I fucking hate them. So it's a really good boss fight.
Bro, my
So yeah,
man's clapped
that's
some
tier.
raven cheeks and the spiral was created.
Well, technically, the spiral already existed, and then he clapped grandmother Raven's cheeks, and they created the Titans that destroyed the spiral. So they basically, by transitive property, fucked the spiral out of existence,
Yes.
or fucked the first world out of existence.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, S tier. All right, for me, uh, I'm gonna go with this one.
Bro, what the
Uh,
fuck are these images?
Mithraea. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So
Mithraea,
Mithraea.
honestly, I don't even remember her as a boss. Like, genuinely, I don't remember Celestia at all.
Yeah, so Mithraea is, I don't even understand her lore importance other than she was part of the Trial of the Spheres, which was somehow related to Celestia's astral magics, Sun School in particular.
F tier.
Her cheats, dog shit. She just cast a fizzling thing, which does make the fight challenging, so maybe low C tier
F
or
tier.
high D tier. But I mean, she doesn't have that a whole lot going for her.
Bro,
So
I don't
I
even
don't know,
remember her
maybe
as a final boss. That's how bad she is.
yeah.
I didn't.
Like this is so weird. Like Celestia is the world that Morganth gets introduced. We finally meet Morganth at the second to last dungeon, which is before Mithraea's dungeon. So yeah. Uh
I would give.
I'm
Yeah, bro. I'm
thinking
saying F
F
tier
tier.
because honestly, the puzzle and then in the Trial of the Stars is harder than her as a boss.
The fucking the fucking puzzles.
Yes, bro. The puzzles are harder than her.
I don't know. There's some Wolf Stormblades who don't spec into accuracy who would say that this boss sucks because of the
I
constant
did not
fizzling.
fizzle that much during her fight.
Oh, well, I didn't mean you specifically. I meant like you've heard of the Wolf Stormblade meme, right?
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Oh, all right, fine, whatever. But yeah, F tier. Actually,
Bro.
doo doo dog water. I
Doo
forgot
doo
about that
dog
as a
water.
tier.
Bro, is that supposed to be the Jade Oni? What the fuck is that picture for him?
For him, Jay Oni. Fuck.
uh,
All right. So Jeroni, tell me about him.
Tell him about him. I mean, he kind of poisoned an emperor. Drops
Um,
pretty.
all right. First of all, Malistaire disabled the Emperor, and then the Jeroni just kind of like ran rampant.
Well, yeah,
Didn't really poison him. Say the Plague Oni
poisoned
kind of
him.
did that.
Fuck the Plague Oni.
Yeah, but yeah, Jade Oni in Boss Mushu. Uh, oh
I
yeah,
really like
Mitsuya
the
was
Jade
in
only,
Boss of Celestia.
mainly due to the fact that there's literally a side quest to fight him again, and you can keep respawning him. And he drops what? I remember he drops some special like crown scare.
Yeah, he drops some special crowns gear, and then you can also get holiday stuff from him. You can get wooden
Yeah,
keys, sometimes stone keys, I think. You can get Arch Mastery duels and Exalted duels, maybe some Master duels. Like, this guy is, even back in the day when he didn't drop anything good, people would fight him just to get a couple of stitched gear clothing or
yeah,
the Jade Oni pet, which almost never drops. So, yeah, I'd say high A tier, if not low S tier, just because you can fight this guy again and it's super easy.
yeah.
It's not, it's a challenge if you're soloing it. It's a breeze if you know what the fuck you're doing. Uh, and yeah, that's
And
kind of
honestly, looking
it.
at this list, he's also one of the only bosses that we don't have to go through a massive dungeon to go to, like get to.
You were saying.
Yeah, my boy Nightshade.
All right, so before we
Yeah.
get into him, where are we putting the Jade Oni?
I agree with you. It's either low S tier or
A
high A
tier?
tier. Yeah, because he's just
I'd
a
say
very
maybe
good.
mid A tier.
The main reason I would say high A tier is because just how much of a grindable boss he is, and people actually take the time and the effort to grind him.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, talking Lord Nightshade over here heard Wolf talking shit about being the only boss that we don't have to go through a hard dungeon to get to. This
Well,
is
one
Lord
of the
Nightshade.
only.
This is his updated graphics as of like
Really?
2 3 years ago. Yeah, yeah. All the other ones I had didn't have this many lines and textures and shit. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, so Lord Nightshade,
He's literally a
easy B
mob boss.
tier. That's true.
He's just a
However,
mob boss.
think about this. You can farm this guy and get just a ton of stuff. Nowadays, you can get cantrips, which are useless, so it doesn't really add anything to the conversation. You can get the Storm Rider mount from him at levels like 0 through 10, I think. What else does this guy do? He drops some pretty basic crowns gear
He
and
dropped
then holiday
Nightmare
gear.
Pet back when it came out.
The what?
The Nightmare Pet, the like the death horse, like horse that gives meteor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember farming him a lot back in the day just because I wanted that meteor pet.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
nostalgia factor is kind of there for me because this is like
the
the
first.
end guy. Also, if you're fighting him solo or even with a group of like level 9 wizards, which is usually what you're at when you fight him, this guy's a pain in the dick.
Bro, it's not even him. It's the scarecrows, bro.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
that
mafia
kind of
boss,
goes with
bro.
him. That's true. Also, I'm not gonna get into that anyway. So, what do you think? I'm thinking maybe like high C or low B.
Yeah, that's also where I would put him.
We'll go high C for now.
Yeah.
You choose.
Let's go with the rat.
Yeah, oh boy. This is what I looked up. I looked up the rat, and then I looked up rat memes, and then I saw this, and from there I was like, okay, I've got to go back and fucking make some lols. So yeah, the rat. Honestly, back in the day, this guy probably would have been like high A tier, just because of the triangle deck that he dropped. Everybody wanted. The boots that he had were the only crit boots that you could really get around that level, aside from Crown's gear. His fight is super challenging and it's a lot of fun, and you can solo that if you're like a 130 plus fire who just spams Power Link and Link. Um, and yeah, overall has a pretty high, pretty middle, yeah, pretty mid. What is it? What was I gonna say? Overall he has a pretty mid lore story importance, and he comes up like one more time. So I would think like B tier. What do you think?
I'll go with B tier just because I remember farming him with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
We farmed the.
That's right.
Actually, no. C tier. He never dropped me his deck.
All right. C tier.
Never
C
dropped
tier.
me the deck. We fought him like 40 times.
Yeah.
We like
Wolf
spent an
came.
entire day.
Wolf came over to the rat's place and he didn't get no dig. C tier.
I gave him the dick.
All right.
Yes.
Next up. So Avalon is a bit of a weird one. We're gonna do these two together. First off, we have the Pendragon. Super high lore importance. The fight pretty bad. One of the easier ones given its level and cheats. But gear, he drops the Guardian's robe or vestment or something like that. But I think that's it. What do you think?
D.
I'm thinking D. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if this fight was a bit harder or like a bit more challenging, I could see C.
You could CC.
Yeah. The only thing he has going for him, as you mentioned earlier, is just how relevant he is to lore.
Yeah, like he's that we basically he is King Artorias just being possessed by the spirit of the Horned Crown or whatnot. But
Yeah.
I mean, the sad thing for the Pendragon boss fight, it's not even the last boss fight of the fucking dungeon or the world. He
Yeah.
gets dicked down on by the white and black dragon for some fucking reason. It's weird.
It is very weird.
So yeah, obviously we got the white and black dragons next. So yeah, Pendragon and D.
I would put them in C. I would put the black and white dragons above Pendragon only because they decked on them.
I don't know that's a good enough
Okay,
factor.
story relevance they're much lower. I like their fight more though. I
Honestly, their fight isn't even all that challenging.
Yeah,
It's
but it's
just a
really
myth boss.
funny.
How?
Man's literally starts sucking the other dragon dry to get health. You know how funny
I've
that
never
was?
experienced that.
What is it? Sacrifice? It's not sacrifice. There might be sacrifice, but I'm pretty sure this is the fight where
Hold up. 1 second.
let's let's search this up. Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
look at
I've
the
never
cheats.
experienced any cheats with these guys.
They have cheats, don't they?
This one doesn't. Let's go over to White Dragon. No.
Really?
N- Yeah, look at my screen. Neither one of them has cheats.
Then who am I thinking of? I know
I
there
have no
was.
fucking clue.
I thought that was their entire fucking gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, on it, no, I've never experienced cheats with these guys. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The wiki also doesn't know what you're talking about. These guys are like D tier, if not high F tier for me, just because
Well, yeah, if they
they
don't have the
do.
cheats, then yeah, D.
Yeah, we'll say low D for these guys because this is really just two high level bosses who both can use stuns. But I mean, if you can get around that and keep healing, you're good. They don't cheat. So
Thought
yeah,
they did.
I am gonna go with Heroes of Lemuria. This one is probably like above Old Cobb for me because story relevance is there. Obviously, the whole world is building up to them, and it's the first unique boss fight to have 8 bosses, and like you basically cut the fight in two. It's super
We
farmable and cheesable.
we didn't.
Oh yeah, no. For anybody who's ever curious, the first like when Lemuria came out, we finished it within the week, and then we fought the final bosses. And we went in 2 man, and I was like, man, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be pretty big. Let's try and 2 man it, and then if we can't do it, we'll find a group. And then we just spent the whole time trying to figure out the cheats, only to realize like 2 days later you can just team up, kill the first guys, leave, come back, and there's no penalty. So yeah,
Yeah, we fought all 8 of them in a row. Honestly, I like it much better that way. I really
yeah,
like how we did it. I would also put him above Cobb. Yeah.
okay, yeah, I got you. Who's next? I'll let you choose.
Let's see. Let's see if I can identify who the fuck I'm looking at. Um.
It's pretty obvious. I put them in order.
Oh yeah, you did. Let's go with Meowarty. I
Yeah,
really,
we already.
I don't like that picture for him at all.
Yeah. So yeah, we
Horrible.
already. Final boss of Bar of the Bone, obviously. Honestly, I'd say he already's like a high B tier. He's not really easily farmable without like cheat engine. Skipping through
Yeah.
the entire dungeon just to get to him. But like, you know, plot relevance. He's the whole reason Malistaire couldn't get to the fucking Croconomicon is because it was locked behind anti-magical barriers, and Meowie already was like the guy to help him with that. So he's pretty big, plot relevance wise in Arc One. And yeah, it's kind of a challenging fight, right around that level because you've got like two bosses and a minion you've got to take out, plus an entire dungeon beforehand. So I'd say B. What do you think?
I really like the Big Ben. I just really enjoy Big Ben. So yeah, I would say high B or low A. I would bump him up to
I
A only because
Yeah, yeah,
how
I
funny
feel
the
that.
chase was. That chase is hilarious, bro. You're telling me, right? This cat
Yeah,
has
that chase
escaped
was
from prison, and you're waiting for this child to catch up, and then you're gonna
just so
start
you can
running
shit
after
talk
him.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like we take two steps, walk around some mobs, catch up to him. He shit talks us, and that happens like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, for the
yeah,
nostalgia factor alone, A tier. All right, I am gonna go with Molistar. Uh,
just the
just the
best.
best,
Yeah.
just the best. I'm super biased when it comes to Arc One. Honestly, the fight F tier.
Which
Uh,
fight though?
this is like
The Arc One fight.
OG vanilla Malice there. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
like story wise, he's up
Yeah,
there. Farmability wise, kind of like a C, and then fight wise, F. So I
yeah,
don't
but
know,
the
maybe
gear
like
he drops is, I would say, around A.
yeah, yeah. Oh, like back in the day, it wasn't that great. This time around, he could maybe be low A tier
Yeah,
if we were to round it out. What do you think?
I would put him in just the best because, well, I beat
Oh,
the
come
game,
on,
bro.
we gotta add more than just because I like this boss. Mikey was
Well,
supposed to be that guy,
who? You mean Aiden?
or Aiden, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy his story. I really love how this man said, "Oh yeah, my wife died, so I'm gonna just flip the spiral upside down and just resurrect her."
Yeah.
That for me is like a really good storyline, and he's like, if he didn't exist, we would not come into being. If you think
I don't know
about it,
about that.
I
We
I
kind of existed without him.
I feel like the only reason that the Wiz starts is because of the fact Malister becomes such a problem.
Yeah, but I mean that could be true for any of these bosses.
No,
Like
it
you could say,
can't.
"Oh yeah, well yeah," or is it Morganth? Especially, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this stuff happened with Malistaire, and then we decided to introduce the wizard in Celestia, and like he's the main guy in Arc One, and Arc One was the first arc, but
Yeah. I feel like
I don't
just
know,
because of the fact Malister exists, that is the like I would personally put him just the best.
just the best.
Yeah.
I honestly, I kind of want to put him in B tier to kind of even it out because like nostalgia factor in story relevance, he's up there. The fight F tier, nothing special about it. The gear that he drops and his farm ability, kind of like A and B.
Yeah, so if you have two S's, you have one F, then you have an A, you would put him in A.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess you can go there. I mean, and I don't want to be a dick to Malistaire. It's just looking at it realistically, the plot relevance and nostalgia factor is all he's got going for him. All right,
Because we are basing this off of just Arc 1, he goes there, but if we look at Malister as a whole, he's just the best.
I feel like you flipped those, but anyway, let's continue.
No, no, I didn't.
All right, you pick
Uh, let's see, let's see. Let's go with Crocopatra.
Crocopatra. All
Yeah.
right, where do you think?
I'd say, I like how we get to her. I really enjoyed the journey to her. I also like, okay,
Mm,
I like her master duel more than her actual fight. So I'd say C. I'd put her
yeah.
under Pendragon.
Well, I mean, we can't really go there because then we can't talk about Shabal. Oh fuck, I
We
forgot
didn't.
Shabal Malice
We
there.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't mention Shabalba Malister, and
Okay,
we also
fuck
didn't
it.
the Undying. He's just the best if you include those two.
Okay, yeah, I can pull. Well, all right, we're gonna say this Molistar is like
Just
all three
Arc
of those
1.
combined.
Oh, if it's all that's just the best. What is he doing in A?
Okay,
Get
fine,
him up
fine.
there, bro.
All right, fine. All right. Yeah, I completely forgot to make a second Malice there for Shibalba,
And
and then
also,
we weren't gonna. No, Exalted doesn't count because we're not doing dungeons.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh yeah. So anyway, Crocopatra. We can't really talk about her
Mass,
Exalted duel.
yeah, or Mass. Okay, but without the
So
duels,
just
I would put
story.
her at D.
D.
I would put her at D, bro.
Yeah, I'd put her at high D.
Yeah, I'd put her above the two dragons.
It's like nothing against female bosses because Morgant is definitely going to be up there, but
Yeah.
Crocopatra doesn't have that much more health compared to like some of the other bosses in the world. Like she's got the most, but like she's not the best. Her getting to her
I
for
like
me
the
feels kind of
puzzle.
weird because yeah, they got puzzles, but I mean it's
Yeah.
like five boss fights, a couple puzzles, and then you just go straight to her. The like Croc and Common had puzzles, bosses. We freed Manders, we did the whole
Yeah.
gatekeeper shtick. So it's kind of like copy and paste, repeat. And then
Yeah.
for like Crocopatra, she's not really farmable, and her story plot wise is only locked behind the third part of Crocopatra because the story is we show up, the Tuts.
Crocotopia.
I was getting there. We show up, the Tuts are awakened. We figure out we need to find the Order of the Fang. We find the Order of the Fang, find out Crocotep is a bad guy, and then after we kill Crocotep, we find out he gave the Croconomicon to Crocopatra. And that's when we learn about Crocopatra. So she's kind of like not really as relevant into the story as like Meowiardi or the Jade Oni. So maybe like mid C tier. What do you think?
I would put her high D.
ID.
Yeah. The only
Yeah,
reason we
all
find
right.
out about her is because we kill a dude and he's like, "Oh yeah, my ex, I give it to her." And that is
I
like
don't
her
know.
entire storyline.
I don't even know if we get to call her his ex. He's like that wannabe
That
VTuber
harlot.
streamer I was thinking about dating. Yeah,
Yeah.
Crocotep's such a fucking loser, or Croc and Common, whatever the hell his name is. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna do Aberrant Paradox.
Really?
Oh no, that was a mistake.
Ah.
S tier, above the Heroes of Lemuria because I think they're just tacky and lame. Above Old Cobb, and the Aberrant Paradox is the entire reason we're in Caramel, aside from having a little part-time job and dealing with Cabal spies. Um, Farmability is up there. You can just walk into the dungeon; he's there. Uh, the loot that he dropped at the time was pretty good, and for life and ice, it's probably pretty relative. Uh, and the story and plot line, like, this is really good. What do you think?
It was really good.
Oh yeah. Plus, it
Yeah.
leads to design, which that is technically design. He's just like not all there.
Also, don't we have to go into Paradox form to fight the Storm Titan?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's something else.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. I would put him in C tier.
You would put this guy in C tier?
Or S tier. Fuck me. Exactly where he was.
Okay, I was about to say we're about to
I
throw a
I
hand,
was about to
boy.
say, bro. I said C because the funny rat picture, bro. It's so hilarious. I keep like looking around, like thinking. I just look down with the rat with glasses.
So
Very
good.
distracting.
All right, you pick.
Let's go with the spiders.
Okay. Starburst Spiders, technically the end boss of Zafaria, and they totally dick on the Spectral Guardians who should have been the end bosses. Like the Spectral Guardians are like the guys for Zafaria, but then we fight these guys at the end who are technically just Morgant's minions, but just super buff ones. Where do you
C,
see?
maybe even D.
Yeah, honestly, I was
There's
gonna
no
go with
story
F
relevance. Yeah, I would also go with F. The fight
because
itself's not that hard. There's basically no story relevance to them. That there's spiders that are
yeah, they're
under
just gonna
Morgan.
show up.
Yeah,
Like there is some story relevance, but I mean, nobody's talking about the fucking starburst spiders. Everybody's talking
yeah,
about Morganth, her deck of shadows, and collecting the golden relics, which these guys, the spectral guardians, use.
yeah,
And speaking, so yeah, we're cool with F.
yeah. Also, yeah, I'll stick with F.
All right. Uh, Keeping on with the Spectral Guardian Safaria, these guys are probably like low A tier, maybe B tier for
I'll
me.
put him in B.
B.
Yeah,
Yeah, because these guys, the whole reason we're in Safari is to stop Morgan from getting her deck of shadows, and her deck of shadows is locked behind getting these 4 relics from the 4 different tribes,
they're dead.
excluding the who are dead, and excluding the rhinos. They completely like dick on the rhinos and don't even give them
Well,
an
the rhinos
extra relic.
are like mobs.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're also a separate species. But anyway,
They don't count.
um, exactly, they're like second class citizens.
Yeah,
But getting back to this, like she has to summon these guys, go through Zafaria collecting the relics, summon them just to unlock her old Shadow Palace or some shit to get to her deck of shadows. Like story wise relevance, top tier or I say maybe A tier. Farmability, it's pretty good. They drop some Stitch gear, which honestly might bump them up. Like they drop the side staff, they drop holiday gear. People farm them. And before anybody says a fucking word about these stupid goddamn spiders dropping snacks, no, that is a dungeon specific drop. You get that whether you do this fight or stand in the corner like a little bitch.
yes, yes.
But anyway, so yeah, what were you thinking for these guys?
I'll put him in B. B's a good
Eh,
spot for him. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's like they're cool, but they're not that cool. But they're pretty good farming, but it's all right.
yeah.
I am gonna save Manicore for last. I'm gonna go with Morganthe. Lore wise, she's up there. Farmability and gear that she drops, she's up there. The fight, maybe
Okay,
like D.
I would put the fight as C.
Puts it, nah, no, that would put it like low A. But I mean, she's probably like right behind Old Cobb for me, just because of like I feel like the nostalgia would bump her up a little bit because like she was the thing for all of Arc 2, so she's kind of got to be up there. But I mean, I don't know that I'd put her up there with Malice there,
I'll put her above Cobb.
above Cobb.
Yeah,
Fucking picture, goddamn picture of a corn cob.
literally a corn cob, bro. This is
Yeah,
why you were giggling so much, bro.
yeah. The entire time I'm looking for these pictures to put on this, I'm just like, yes,
Horrible.
yes, yes. Uh,
That rat is
anyway,
definitely your best work.
thank you. That's not even mine.
It's not, but finding that picture and using that for the rat.
Oh yeah. Anyway. Getting back to Morganth, yeah, she's up there. The gear she drops nowadays is pretty good. If she dropped the OG gear, I might put her back.
And
Might want to bump her up a little bit more,
yeah,
but she doesn't
yeah,
anymore. So yeah, I think mid S tier is pretty good
yeah,
because honestly, I feel like she had more relevance than Cobb when we fought him, and then we don't even fight old Cobb again. Like we
yeah.
fight him at the end of Mirage, where we find out about the Chaos Heart and whatnot. But or yeah, Sands of Time, whatnot. But I mean,
Also,
whenever
I also like
what?
Morganth because the fact we play as her in Avalon.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. Actually, taking that into account, fuck the
yeah,
heroes of Lemuria.
yeah. I really like how we have to
Actually, I'm
like
gonna
go through and actually go through her memories. We go step by step, and then we actually get to
yeah,
fight as her in Avalon too. I found that to be really cool.
yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
All right, and the next, the Storm
Storm
Titan.
Titan.
What are you thinking?
Doo doo dog water. Get him
Doo doo
out of
dog
there.
water. Doo doo dog water. Really, we're gonna have 2 of those this episode, huh?
Yeah,
Why doo doo dog water?
because I hate his fight. You could not do it without having a storm. Or not a storm, a fire, bro.
That is Titan's Trident, which is completely different. I'm talking
He
about the guy
counts.
we easily one tap fuck, make this goddamn primordial force of nature look like a total
Yeah, no,
bitch because the fight is
dog
scripted.
water. Yeah, doo doo dog
Voodoo
water.
doll. All
He has lore
right.
relevance only and only because he got birthed out of the
Yeah,
Raven
he
and the
he kind of
Spider.
he kind of like got born into that success.
Yeah, and then he got like he clapped when we become the Paradox.
Oh yeah, that like I think it is technically possible to lose to like almost lose that fight, but I've never
And
lost it. Huh?
you can lose that fight.
Probably. You would have to fuck up pretty bad though.
Bro, I
But
feel
like
like Aiden, who has not played like a lick of Wiz, could win that fight off of just intuition.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if you go last and you don't use any of the spells that give you like the buffs, you there is the potential to lose, I think, but I mean, this guy gets so fucked. We become like this all school mastery type wizard, spells that do like 9,999 uh or 999,999, or is it like 100,000 damage? I forget. Like we're slapping this man with our fucking cock and balls,
Yeah,
deep throating him,
we literally
and then
become the Paradox.
yeah, but yeah, he gets put under Mithraea.
He does. He does.
Just for that fact alone. All right, and then lastly, we've got the Manticore. Plot wise, it's kind of shoved down your throat. Fight
Nah,
wise,
bro.
it is new and exciting. What do you think?
He would never be the Manticore. He's just a very friendly valet moose.
Fuck you, I hate you. For anybody who doesn't understand what we're talking about, we did a like a 4 episode playthrough, and I before anybody knew who this guy was, before Wolf and I knew that this guy was the villain, I saw this guy in like the new Polaris place, and I was like, that's the guy.
Yeah, and I was egging him on the entire time. Like, there's no way this friendly moose, who's very friendly, would be the boss. No,
like
never.
like I don't know, maybe that trope is just played out for me, but I looked at him and I said, this
Yeah,
one, this
yeah.
motherfucker right here.
Everyone knew
All
the
right,
villain.
so personally, I don't like this guy personally because they bring him up randomly like he's some like he's the old one basically. They're like,
Yeah.
but then there was the Manticore who was like opposed to the old one's teachings or had a different view, and it's like, where the fuck was that 4 worlds ago?
No clue.
Honestly, I'd put him in like low D tier.
Yeah. Because even his fight wasn't that hard, was it?
Not really.
I don't
Like people
remember
are
the fight
cheating.
with him.
Well, it was the one where we got polymorphed and we had to use all the arch mastery pips.
Oh, yeah.
But like
That was easy.
story plot relevance, he only existed for 1 world. Uh and then, kind of like the Heroes of Lemuria, but they were unique. He was also unique. Actually, I kind of think the Heroes of Lemuria need to get bumped down to like low A tier. Maybe
I would keep them at high A tier at the very lowest, mainly because the fact to go area by area, we see why each
yeah.
hero is the hero, and then we have to get like character development for him.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
Especially the
true.
Mander
This
guy. I
guy,
love the Mander guy.
Mandar the Barbarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, he's hilarious.
I'll be honest, I can't remember anything about Mandar the Barbarian. But getting back to the Manticore, um, they kind of made the entire world with him in mind rather than him being part of the reason the world is there. Like it built up to him, but not in a good way. Not in like a Pendragon way where they talk about him at the very beginning and it's like, oh, the evil Pendragon's ruining everything. Go do all this stuff and you're obviously going to fight him. It's like, no, it's kind of like that. Like it's like, but the Manticore, but they try and insert him too early on in the lore on the level of like Grandmother Raven and the Old One type lore depths,
Yeah. Honestly, I'm
rather
pretty
than
sure I liked him Design's version of him, Design's version of him than him.
yeah.
Yeah, like remember when we have to learn his plan through like the dead version of him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This encompasses that as
yeah.
well.
I like that one much more than him as actual boss. I liked him as an NPC though.
Yeah, NPC,
Yeah,
just the best.
yeah.
Uh,
He was a really good
but like,
NPC.
but like, just in general, like taking everything into account, I gotta go with low D.
Yeah, his lore wasn't that deep. He just, as you said, got randomly just inserted there, and then the fight itself was pretty easy.
Yeah, like that would be like saying, fucking the aberrant paradox was super lore, like lore important way back in fucking Wizard City. Like it just makes no sense why they decided to do that. The Manticore is, when it had a different idea of the old one's teaching. Also, fuck the old one. We never got to see him fleshed out. I'm kind of sad about that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess that's it.
yeah. Do you have anything you want to change?
You know, there's some days that I just wake up and I don't feel like I'm living my best life. And then I remember I'm not the fucking Storm Titan. Get shit on, dude.
But you know how bad I feel for Alistair.
Yeah?
I
How
know
so?
I know you made a full video on this, but still, this
Ah, fuck.
kid shows up 4 days later. He's a grandmaster wizard who just claps his cheeks.
For real. Like,
And
if
bro, what is he
canonically, if
doing? What is he doing? He just wants to bring back his wife, bro.
he wants to bang back his wife,
Oh, I mean, he probably wants to bang her too. Let's be
that's
honest,
why that's
Sylvia
why I made those
Drake.
funny that's why I made those funny skits with the Malistaire and Dead Sylvia.
The thing that me and Aiden really liked about that video was, you think it's over?
Guess
There's
again,
more.
bitch. Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, he just kept bringing back, and Aiden's like, "There's no fucking way. You have killed him 3 times, and like the third time is when he decides to quit."
Yeah, dude, Sylvia gaslights his ass so fucking bad. She's like,
Yeah.
you know what? If you can't quit fucking around with this younger hoe called the Wizard, you don't love me. And then he's like, God damn you,
God
woman.
damn
I
you,
just want to
bro.
bring us back. I'm so close, but fine, fuck it, whatever. Let's go to the other side.
Did
And
Malister
that's
the not the Undying? Does Shibalbo Malister actually want to be there? Did he just get like resurrected?
in my opinion, it's very poorly explained, but uh basically Morganth needed a necromancer to summon the Lords of Night, who
Yeah.
is better than her, which is why she brought back Malistaire, and then Malistaire brought back the Lords of Night, and she enticed him with the idea that he was gonna fuck us up.
So he didn't come back willingly, and then she gave him a
He
reason to
he
stay.
he didn't come back willingly, but he wasn't opposed to it.
Yeah. But do you have anything on the list that you want to change?
No, I think this is pretty good. This guy at the bottom where he deserves to be. Malistaire is only just the best because of the nostalgia factor, and the rat looking pretty
Bro, off
good.
of just the fucking image, just the best, but not he does nothing. He does nothing. Yes, you know what? Yeah, keep him at just the best. That image is amazing for him.
The
And
longer you look at it, the better it
the
gets.
funnier it gets. That's what I was telling you, bro. I'm trying to think. I'm like,
Oh my
looking
god.
around the room, and all I see is him and CT where this glass is. That's such a good picture.
Fuck me, man, that was so funny. I'm laughing at a stupid fucking picture.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man. All right,
This is how you know it's
I gotta end
late.
this. I gotta end this. All right,
Alright, well,
boom. That's it.
see you guys in the next tier list or whatever video we make next. Peace.